Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to give you a run through of how you can fit the lines to your data for the mole ratios lab. So what you'll see is that you're asked to create a graph where you plot the temperature change on the y-axis versus the volume of hypochlorite on the x-axis. So if you're going to use Excel, how you're going to set this up, or Google Sheets, is you want to put your x's in the first column and your y's in the second column. And you'll note that what I've gone ahead and done is I've made it obvious where the values are that are like that perfect mole ratio where I got the maximum temperature change, and that's going to be important later. Now, it says the graph should have two distinct linear sections, one with a positive slope and one with a negative slope. So let's just have a quick look at that now. So I'm going to select it, insert, chart, and yep, it looks like that, right? There's my positive slope, there's my negative slope. So that's great. Now, where it gets tricky is it says draw a best fit line through the data points in each of these sections. Now, probably the easiest way of doing that is to just kind of do it by hand, just print your graph out and do it by hand, but I'm going to show you a way around it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is select my data, and then I'm going to bring it back to that sweet spot. And then I'm going to add my trend line. And there it is. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to add some more data. I want to add a second set of data, which is going to be that data with the negative slope. So I right click on my graph and go select data, and then I add, and the series name, I'm just going to pick delta T. It doesn't matter what one of those two you pick. Well, I think it does, but pick your Y's. And then my X values, I'm going to go include my sweet spot down to the end. And then my Y's is going to be the same. And now I have a second series that I can add my trend line to. And then now I have what I want. So the only thing I want to do at this point is just kind of adjust everything. You can see I've got a lot of white space to the left of my first point. We always want our graphs to start near our lowest value and end near our highest value. So I'm going to drop that minimum value there back to 15, and there it looks a lot better already. Looks pretty good on the y-axis for that. And then I just got to add in my axis titles. So there we are. And my y-axis title was temperature change. And we always want unit labels, so that's in Celsius. If I can spell, that's that guy. And it looks like it needs a little more space there, so you can kind of move things around as need be. There we go. Looks a bit better. And then we want to edit this guy, and that was going to be a volume of hypochlorite, and that was in milliliters. All right, and that doesn't need any shifting around. Okay, so that looks great, and we're ready to go. You don't have to have the grid lines if you don't want them. It's up to you. You can delete those if you want, but you do need the axes titles and the two lines of best fit. Okay, hope that helps. The key thing there is that because you need two lines of best fit, you have to put in two series.